reminded of your sincere faith, a faith that lived first in your grandmother, Lois, and your mother, Eunice, and now, I am sure, lives in you. What a wonderful testimony to the family of faith. Here already, very, very early in the life of the Christian church, we have a testimony of 3 generations of faith that had been passed on from Lois to Eunice to young Timothy, who himself, as a leader in the church where he was serving, would be a model and a legacy of faith to the generations yet to come. In fact, to the generations that are represented here. Think for a moment of those generations in your own lives. The parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, pastors, Sunday school teachers, elder brothers and sisters in faith who are models and examples to you. My dad, as well as my mom, always in church with us. That's become a less common thing when a lot of moms might bring the kids, but dads don't come. Dad was always in church with us. My aunt was one of my first Sunday school teachers. One of my favorite high school teachers was also the high school teacher of at the church. Usually it was by the time the kids were in 9th grade, we were confirmed in 9th grade. After 9th grade, the attendance dropped off considerably. But I kept going, sophomore, junior, senior, look where I ended up. But he was just a wonderful model in faith, not just at church, but really at school as well. Anyone else care to share a story of faith, a mentor, an ancestor who was a faith example to any of you? None of you have anybody? Of course you do. I'm sure you do. Not usual that you get asked from the pulpit, okay, speak up, come on. But as you think about those people, was there anybody who wanted to share? Yeah, go ahead, please do.
My brother and I have German grandparents, very religious people. They live their religion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't think that rubs off on kids, it does.
Excellent.
There were all kinds of things she would just kindly sneak into us as we were little.
Yep. Oh, I'm delighted to hear it.
Very thankful for it.
Yep. That's exactly what this text is talking about. The Loises and the Eunices, the parents and grandparents who are passing on that faith in different ways. Anyone else want to share
My grandmother was my teacher after school because I'd bring books home and not open them up. So she got me through my spelling and arithmetic, plus she was my Sunday school teacher.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So working you all sides, the faith side, the school side, everything. Excellent. Anyone else care to share an anecdote about? Well, I hope that brings up many wonderful memories for you as you think about those special people. And that was part of what we were especially doing at Springdale today. We had our worship in our fellowship hall. And we started with a breakfast and did very casual and contemporary worship. But I just put out baskets on the table and invited conversations around, who was a mentor or an example in faith to you? What's a favorite church memory? What's a favorite church hymn? What's the funniest thing that ever happened in church? And these conversations among the generations, from our elders to our, mid-aged parents to the young kids who were there, all sharing their ideas and their memories and their thoughts and their favorites, invoking that family feel of faith, that together, young and old, across generations and across families, because of course we're not all related by blood, we are related by baptism, and building one another up in that faith. The faith that has come down to us from 2,000 years, the faith that will live another 2,000 years, or however long it takes till Christ returns, as long as we lay hold of it and share it and plant it in the same way it was shared and planted in us. And planting kind of segues me a little bit into that mustard seed. Now, we hear that story of, if you had faith the size of a mustard seed, well, you could say to this mulberry tree, or another version says you could say to this mountain. And at first thought, you might think the apostles would say, oh man, I can't even move a salt shaker across the table with my faith. I must have nothing for faith. I think Jesus was kind of ribbing them a little bit and saying, you don't need that much to do great